मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, ई लर्निंग प्रोग्राम में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। इन recent lectures, last lectures, we already discussed about the groups and their definitions. Now in today's lecture we will discuss complexes and subgroups. We will discuss the definitions and theorems related to complexes and subgroups with the help of examples. Now everything we will discuss on our using the board, and we can discuss everything. Complexes and subgroups. What is the complexes and what is the subgroups? Let G be a group with the binary operation star. H is subset of G, then H is called a complex of G. That means G is a group and H is a subset, not a group. H itself a subset of G. That means every element of H is the element of G. Mathematically we can write it as H is contained in G. H is contained in G. So H becomes a complex of the group G. Subgroup, if H itself satisfies all the properties of group with respect to the binary operation defined on G, then H becomes a subgroup of G. Now, what is the basic difference between the complex and subgroup? In this definition, we see H is a subset. That means it becomes a complex. Simultaneously, if H itself a group, that means H satisfies all the properties of the group with binary operation defined on G, then H is called the subgroup. Every subgroup is complex, but every complex need not be a subgroup. For example, let G is equal to 1 minus 1 iota minus iota is a group with respect to multiplication. Is a group with respect to multiplication. Suppose H is equal to 1 and minus 1. Then H is a subset of G. That means every element of H is the element of G, and H itself satisfying all the property of the group with binary operation multiplication. Then H becomes a subgroup. So in this case H is a complex as well as subgroup of G. In another case, if we take K is equal to 1 and iota, then K is a complex of G, but K fails to satisfy the property of the group. because the inverse of iota is minus iota, which is not in K. So K not satisfy the properties of the group. So K becomes the complex but not a subgroup. So every complex need not be a subgroup, but every subgroup is always complexes. Now we will discuss the examples of the subgroups. We already discussed the example of the group. The same example we have to take. We take an example of integers. Let z is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Is a set of integers. Is a group with respect to binary operation addition. Let h is equal to 3 into z. That is, h is equal to 0, 3, 6, 9 and so on, minus 3, minus 6, minus 9 and so on. That means h is a multiple of 3. H is a multiple of 3. We have to prove that h is a subgroup of z. H is a subgroup of z. Clearly, h is contained in z. Every element of h is contained in z. That means h is a subset of z. In other words, we can say that h is a complex of z. Now, to prove h is a subgroup, we have to prove that h satisfies the properties of the group. That means we have to prove the all four properties: closure property, associative property, existence of identity and existence of inverse. So first, closure property. Let x, y belongs to h. Then x is equal to 3 into m and y is equal to 3 into n, where m, n belongs to z. X, y belongs to h, that means x and y is the multiple of 3. So m is an integer, m into 3, that means multiple of 3. Similarly, n is integer, so 3 into n is also a multiple of 3. Now, x plus y is equal to 3m plus 3n is equal to 3 into m plus n, which is belongs to h. M and n are the integers. Therefore, their sum m plus n is again an integer by the closure property, because z is a group. So z satisfies all the properties of the group. So closure property is also satisfied. Therefore, m, n are integer. Therefore, m plus n is also integer. And 3 into integer is a multiple of 3. So it belongs to the h. So closure property is satisfied. Now, the second, associative property. Let x, y, z belongs to capital H. X, y, z belongs to capital H. This implies x, y, z is belongs to capital Z, because H is a subset of Z. H is a subset of Z, that means every element of H is the element of Z. So X, Y, Z belongs to Z, and Z is a group with respect to addition. This implies X plus Y plus Z is equal to X plus YZ. So associative property is satisfied. Third, existence of identity. Let X is belongs to H. So there exists N belongs to Z such that X is equal to 3 into N. As N belongs to Z, minus N is also belongs to Z, because Z is a group and inverse property is satisfied. So if N belongs to Z, then minus N is also belongs to Z. Now let Y is equal to 3 into minus N equal to minus 3N, which is belongs to H. 3 into minus N is a multiple of 3, which is belongs to H. So X, Y both are belongs to H. So by closure property, X plus Y must be belongs to H. We already proved closure property, first property. The sum of the two elements of H is again in H. That means X is belongs to H, Y is belongs to H. Therefore X plus Y is belongs to H. This implies 3N plus minus 3N is belongs to H, and 3N plus minus 3N is equal to 0, which is belongs to H. So 0 is the identity element of H. So existence of identity property is satisfied. Now the fourth property, existence of inverse. That means every element of H have their inverse in H. So let capital X belongs to H be an arbitrary element. So there exists M belongs to Z such that X is equal to 3 into M. As M belongs to Z, minus M is also belongs to Z. Therefore 3 into minus M is belongs to H. So 3M plus minus 3M is equal to 0. 3M plus minus 3M is equal to 0. The sum of the two elements of H is equal to identity elements. That means the inverse of 3M is minus 3M. So inverse property is also satisfied. So H becomes a subgroup of Z. H becomes a subgroup of Z. That means first H is a complex of Z. Second, H satisfying all the four properties of the group with binary operation defined on Z. The binary operation of H and binary operation of Z must be same. So H becomes a group with binary operation defined on Z itself. Then H is called a subgroup of Z. The next, we will discuss the properties, how we can directly show that H is a subgroup of Z. Because every property, we need not to prove all four properties. By using some theorems to prove subgroups, we need to prove one or two properties. need not prove all these properties. So, the first theorem on subgroups. Theorem, let G be a group with binary operation multiplication. And H is complex of G, then H is a subgroup of G if and only if AB belongs to H, then A into B belongs to H. Second, A belongs to H, then A inverse belongs to H. That means this theorem shows G group H is a subgroup. Why H is a subgroup? If it is satisfying these two properties. So we need to prove only two properties to prove the subgroup. In last example we prove all four properties, but to prove the subgroup we need to prove only two things. First, if two elements belongs to H, then their product yani ki H into B is belongs to H. A belongs to H, then A inverse is also belongs to H. Necessary and sufficient condition. That means if H is a subgroup, then satisfying these two properties. If H satisfying these two properties, we have to prove that H is a subgroup. That means H itself a group with binary operation multiplication. So proof. First we assume that H is a subgroup of G, and we prove that these two properties, H satisfies these two properties. So let H is a subgroup of G. Then H itself a group with binary operation defined on G, that is multiplication. So H itself a group, that means H satisfies four properties. H satisfies closure property, H satisfies associate property, H satisfies existence of identity property, H satisfies existence of inverse property. Let A, B belongs to H, then by closure property A into B is also belongs to H. So first condition is satisfied. So first is verified. Let A belongs to H and H itself a group, that means existence of inverse property is satisfied. This implies A inverse is also belongs to H. If A belongs to H, then by the property of existence of inverse property, A inverse is also belongs to H. So second condition, second property is also verified. So if we take H is a subgroup of G, then these two conditions are satisfied. Now conversely, we assume that H satisfying these two conditions, we will prove H itself a group. That means H becomes a subgroup of G. Conversely, let me assume that the given conditions holds, and we have to prove that H satisfies all the properties of group. So first, let A belongs to H, then by given condition second, A inverse is also belongs to H, because in second condition it is given A belongs to H, then A inverse is also belongs to H. So let A belongs to H, A inverse is also belongs to H. Now by second condition, A into A inverse is also belongs to H. In first condition, it is given if two elements belongs to H, then their product is also belongs to H. So A belongs to H, A inverse is also belongs to H. So their product A into A inverse is also belongs to H, but A into A inverse is identity which is belongs to H. So existence of identity property is satisfied. We can prove the properties. First we can prove the identity, otherwise first we can prove closure property. No matter first one, which one is the first. We prove all properties. First may be identity, first may be closure, first may be existence of inverse, first may be associative. So first we prove existence of identity property. Second, let A belongs to H, then by given condition second, we have A inverse is also belongs to H, but A is arbitrary. A is an arbitrary element of H, and A inverse is also belongs to H. So every element have their inverse in H. So existence of inverse property is also satisfied. Third, let A, B, C belongs to H, then A, B, C belongs to G, because H is a subgroup of G. H is a subset of G. So every element of H is the element of G. But G is a group. With binary operation, multiplication, therefore A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. So associative property is satisfied. We prove existence of identity property, existence of inverse property, associative property. So there is only one remaining property, closure property. So the last one, the fourth property, let A, B belongs to H, then by given condition second, A inverse is belongs to B inverse is belongs to H. AB belongs to H, that means B belongs to H, and by second property B inverse is belongs to H. Now by using AB inverse belongs to H and given condition, first we have A into B inverse its inverse. Fourth, let AB belongs to H, then by given condition first we have A into B is also belongs to H. Therefore, the product of two elements of H is again in H. Closure property is satisfied. So H satisfies all the properties of the group. So H becomes a group with binary operation multiplication, and H itself a complex of G. Therefore, H is a subgroup of G. So we can prove the H is a subgroup of G. We need only two things. First, closure property, that means the product of the two elements of H is again in H. Second, if A belongs to H, then A inverse is also belongs to H. No need to prove other properties. H becomes a subgroup of G. So dear students, we discussed that definitions of complexes and subgroups. In today's lecture, what is the complex, what is the subgroup, we already discussed. I hope you understand all these things, and I hope you keep in touch and see our e-learning program continuously. You can enhance your knowledge from our e-learning program. Okay, thanks to all. Good luck.